Alright guys, we're learning about slope. So looking at this assignment, for each of these, there are two things that you're going to have to do. First, you have to plot the points, then you have to find the slope. And so you're going to put two of these lines on each of the graphs. So let's work through a couple of them. Number one, plotting the points. When we're plotting our points, remember that our coordinates are always in order. The first is the y. The first is the x, second is the y. It's always x, then y. And when we're looking at our coordinate plane, the horizontal line is the x, the vertical line is the y. So let's look at our first point, 0, 2. So we go to 0, 0 is right in the middle, okay? Now, I'm not actually going to put a point right there. I'm just going to be able to hold it right there, and then I need to go, so x is 0, and then y 2. So that means up 2, 1, 2. So right there is our point. Then our next point, 4, 3. So 4 means positive, means I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then y 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are my points. Now, I need to be able to connect those points. I'm going to draw my line all the way through. Now, the second piece, I need to find the slope. So, for finding the slope, slope is rise over run. So, I need to rise. How far do I need to go up from this first point to go up to be even with the second point? I rise 1. So that means that my top number, my denominator, or my numerator is a 1. And then run. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 over 4 is our slope for number 1. Now let's look at this number 2 so we can see how it's going to look together on the graph. Number 2, plotting the points. We have 0, negative 3. So here's our x, here's our y. And then 2 and 1. So there's our x, there's our y. So 0, negative 3. So we start out here in the origin with our 0. And then negative 3 means down. 1, 2, 3. Right there is 0, negative 3. Then 2, 1. So with horizontal first, go right 2, 1, 2. And then y1 means going up 1. Okay? And then connecting the line. And now we need to find the slope. So looking for our slope. Rise over run. So we rise 1, 2, 3, 4. And then run 1, 2. Okay? Now, when I look at this 4 over 2, that can simplify. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the slope for number 2 is 2. Okay? So you're going to plot the points, and then you're going to find the slope. So looking at number 3, let's plot the points for number 3. We have 0, negative 1. So 0, and then negative 1. And then we have 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Draw my line. And then you're going to find the slope. Number 4. We have 0, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oops, missed a little bit. Okay. If I were doing this on paper, I would line up a straight edge to be able to get a straight line. So there are your lines for number 3 and number 4. Then you're going to find your slope. Be careful on number 4 when you're finding your slope. Okay, let's look at the slope for number 4. When we rise, 1, 2, we went up 2. then run 1, 2, 3, 4. We did move 4, but we moved to the left, which means that it is a negative 4. And then when we reduce, we can divide by 2, and that gives me 1 over 2. And so it is negative. Okay, so it's a negative slope. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 5. Plots are 0, 1. Okay, so 0 and then up 1. Okay, 1, negative 3. So go 1, negative 3 tells me down. 1, 2, 3. And connect my lines or my points. Then I'm going to find the slope. Okay, this one I can already tell that it's going downhill, so that's going to be a negative slope. So be careful with that one. Number 6, plotting your points. 0, negative 3. So we have 0, then negative 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative 1. Okay, so there gives you your lines. Okay, so looking at number 6, let's find the slope. Okay, rise over run. So we're going to rise, 1, 2, run, 1, 2, 3, 2/3, and 2/3 does not reduce, so the slope is 2/3. Number 7 and number 8, go ahead and finish those up on your own. Okay, looking at the back side, I've already plotted the points, so I've already done that step, but you can check your work to make sure that you have them plotted in the correct spot. But let's go through and look at these. So number 9, I'm going to connect the line, okay, and then going to determine the slope. Remember that you're going to do rise over run. So rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run, 1. 6 over 1 reduces to be just 6. Looking at number 11, when we connect our dots to make our line, that line is a perfectly horizontal line. That means that's one of our special line types. So the slope is just 0. Okay, go ahead and look at number 13 and 15, and then you're going to go ahead and finish that up. So 13, there are your points, and then 15, there are your points. So that you can check those and then determine the slope.